And he originally wanted them to go outside and get the rocks, however, it was pouring down rain that night. So he had to quickly gather the rocks and dry them off before he could do his lesson. But after that, we had nice nights. Monday night, he said, the overwhelming, never-ending love of God, Romans 8:38-39. He said, we often think God is like us, but he is not. He is love. It's not just how he feels or thinks, but it is who he is. We often forget that God's love is so great, so we need reminded. We talked about putting reminders in front of us as we remind us that God's love never fails, even when we fail. We looked at Deuteronomy 6:4-8 to learn how we are to talk of his love when we are sitting in our house, walking on our way, lying down, rising up. The more we talk about it, the more we remember. We stained paper with tea bags to make it look old, so some of them probably did take them home that night, or all of them did, but that was a reminder that night. Tuesday night, he talked about a love that gives. The Hebrew word for love is ahava. The root of the Hebrew word is love, to give. The way that God showed his greatest love for us was to give his son for us. Romans 5:8 speaks of his giving love. We tried copying the Hebrew writing for the word love. We are to hang these signs of love on our doorpost as a reminder that every time we see them, we are reminded of God's giving love through his son, Jesus Christ. And then last night, he talked about to the children, go to church every chance you get, because God showed his love for us rich and so free. And we realize how easily we forget him. We must take regular steps to remind ourselves of God's love. We have looked at how the Old Testament teaches us to remind ourselves. We've built rock altars, we've made things to hang on our walls, but now God has given us even more ways to be reminded. Not only has he given us the church, but even better, he gave us the Holy Spirit. We must ask the Holy Spirit every day, and even many times a day, to help us remember his think of his ways. So that was the lesson this week. They did have games a couple of nights, and we're going to show you what we made. It might not be in order, but one of the things they made was the snowman. So if each one of you want to pull up your snowman. So we worked with them a couple of nights to do that. Another thing was their tie-dye stuff. You want to put the snowman down and get the tie-dye? Whatever you get. So that was a couple nights to do that. Another night, they did their initials. They could do their first initial or their last initial or their last name. Another night, they did the glasses. That was the last 2 nights they worked on them. And the glasses are heated. They are, of course, the paint was porcelain. We heated them in the oven for 35 minutes. The only thing is, if you want the paint to last, you do need to hand wash them. If you put them in the dishwasher over the year, it will kind of peel away, because we had somebody last year that said that they put them in the dishwasher, they eventually peel. But if you hand wash them, they will last a lot longer. So that's another night. And then the thankful signs, if you want to get them below the table, we worked on them a couple nights. And you can they can hang them on the wall. So we made something for we'll have to fix that then. Yeah, there's a glue gun back there, we'll fix that. So we made something for Christmas, something for around the fall, and their letters can be hung anytime. And they also, every night, you can go ahead and put them down, every night they were making either painting fingernail polish or one of these washers to make a necklace. They also made beads with like this for either necklace, a keychain, so they were able to take one of them home. They also are going to, they put one of, most of this stuff, the necklaces and the bracelets, in a shoebox. The washers weren't ready to put in the shoebox yet, but they'll get in there eventually. So that was our week. And the last night, we were going to have them do cupcakes, but the best we could do was, there were 2 leaders back there squeezing out the icing, and they got to sprinkle something on, and they got to put in the cupcakes. So I iced them then after they were all done. So there is some cupcakes over there for everyone if they want to have one. And there's also water bottles. But thank you again for sending your children. Thank you to the leaders that volunteered this week, because we couldn't have done it without them for sure. So thank you.
So I'll get started here. We have to clean up the park too, so we're trying to do that as well. The lucky winners, if you want to call it a winner, I guess, your name got drawn last for the Heart of the Champion, so you get the smelly t-shirt that you don't get to wear until it's washed. So you can put it on tonight if you want, but you get to have the smelly one, okay? So in the 5 to 7-year-old, the orange shirt, Lex Burris, you fixed and misplaced cones quickly without being asked. So Lex, if you're here, come down. Give a little ripple, everybody. In the 8 to 9, Jeremiah Hart chased down several long kicks that were out of bounds with lots of extra hustle. Here, come on up, bud. And the smelly one for the old group used her own shirt to dry off her friend who got water dumped on her, Claire. That was Aspen Huffman. Good job. You had the smelly one. Good. Okay. So to go back through that, I want everybody to understand this. The Heart of a Champion. Heart of a Champion, then the ones that got drawn, there were like 10 or 12 other names in there. A lot of your students, a lot of your players were doing good things. It's just they didn't get the luck of the draw. So the first night, when we call your name, come on down. We'll have certificates. Just stay down here, and Mark will get you, we have a little sized ball and a certificate. The first night, Reagan Spriggle, Trevor Lopez, Clay Snyder. Monday night was Paisley Kurt, is it Carter Kohler, is that it? John Huffman, Grant Alderfer, Jackson Horse, Drew Huffman, Thea Abdil, Owen Heimbach, James Hess, and then Lexi, Jeremiah, and Aspen. Come on down. Give them a ripple, everybody.
Here he comes.
All right, give him a little ripple. Nice job.
So it's something that has never happened before, and it's kind of, I still don't know. Joe and I and Mark have been talking. It's 20 years at least that we've been doing this. Brian, I don't know. Do you know how many years it's been?
Why did you call on me?
Well, because you had hair then. I was just thinking it's been a while. So we have some people that traveled out of state to come here. They heard about it. It's been awesome. There's two brothers. I think they came from Texas. Are they here tonight? Come on down if you're from Texas. Let's see how many people are from Texas. There's one. Come on down here. So they found out about the camp. They were staying with Grandma and Grandpa down the road, and they came, and I've never had anybody from Texas, so it's been awesome. You got to share it. You have to decide. You have to fight over the water bottle and the ball, okay? Good job, guys. Thanks for coming. Yeah, right. So then we also do a fun skills night. They practice it. They do this. They do 5 things: the figure 8, slalom, cutting, long drive, and fastest person in each age group. When I call your name, come on down. Mark will get you a water bottle. Figure 8 for the young group was Aaron Yakimuk. Slalom was Cooper Strasser. Cutting was Wyatt Schaefer. Long drive was Cooper Miller. And fastest was Christian Sieber. Come on down, guys. And girls, if they want. In the 8 to 9-year-olds, the figure 8 was Jackson Horse. Slalom was Jeremiah Hart. Cutting was Garrett Sherman. Long drive was Trevor Lopez, and fastest was Noah Yakamuk. Good job, guys. In the 10 to 13 years old. You get Trevor's, okay. Did he get it? Yeah. Here we go. 10 to 13. Figure 8 was Ian Rickenbaugh. Slalom was Cruz Martin. Cutting was Wyatt Portsline. Long drive, Colby Stroop. And fastest with Caden Horse.
I got it.
Come on down. Ian, Cruz, Wyatt, Colby, or Caden?
Ian's not here tonight.
Who's not here?
Ian's
not here.
Ian. Anybody know Ian? Anybody gonna see Ian? Because
I have a certificate and stuff, so I'll see here.
okay, there you go. Thanks, Coach.
Scott.
There you go.
Scott, do you want his brothers too?
That's a good idea. Okay.
The week, and you really don't even know how to explain how I feel. It's been very rewarding. It's been